Thank you very much for the performance, and I'm completely sure that if you would only like to gather the material from the audience, you will have the new piece. So you've got the just finished score for the, oh my gosh, for the new piece. So it isn't really contagious. Maybe at the very beginning, I would like to present you the book, in which you can find not only the score and the notes about the performance, but also the articles about it. And if you are interested, there is 2 last copies left at the information desk. So if you are interested, just run after the conversation and just buy it.
We can pass it around also.
Yeah, okay. Just to be sure that you buy what you really want. So you can still laugh naturally after this performance.
Yeah, I guess the more you laugh, the more you laugh.
Oh, yeah, that's true. What was the first idea? It was that you see the laughter as a combination of breath and sound, or a musical score, or what was the idea to use it in the performance as a whole score for the performance, not only the part of it?
I think I was interested to do something about, because there's a lot of comedy, like, so it's about what triggers the laughter, and also then there's like all these things about laughter, like that it's good for you, for your health. So it's all, like there's a lot of things about laughter, around laughter, and not, so I wanted to do something with laughter itself, basically. So not why we laugh, or if it's like, or nor the effects of laughter, but laughter itself. And also it's because people said it was going to be a solo, and I was like, who is going to be on stage? So who is this person? And instead of going inside of me and saying, who am I was like thinking, okay, I'm gonna... The very good audience here.
We will laugh and giggle all the time. Excuse me, it's supposed to be a serious conversation.
We can do a laugh interview.
Please stop it. I need some bread to gather my thoughts.
Yes, it's true.
Coming back to laughter, it wasn't okay. It was about laughter itself, so not why we laugh, but more how we laugh.
And we were at this. The solo.
Not the other part of the performance. The open discussion, please. Yes, so it's supposed to be solo about laughter itself. practice on stage with you. And somehow through you. Any questions? Comments?
Do you find that people in different countries laugh more at different ones that you do, and in different ways?
Good question. It's more about. It's very hard to say about like what defines like every audience is different. That's for sure. And I think like things like age play a role, and
The position
Yeah.
of the person. Is it a child
Yes.
or the age, and also is it a lawyer or the doctor or the professor?
yeah, and also like if people know each other or not, or what, how they behave towards each other. Things like this, I think, influence a lot.
I was also thinking about the rhythm and about the high. You use it in your performance to visualize somehow with the scene with the ball. For instance, when you show us the high and the rhythm. But also, I was thinking about the same, about identity of laughter. It depends of nationality, of the social background, about the position in the society, about the age. I was also thinking about it, about the gender, if it is woman or a man. And it's not only about the high of the laughter.
Yeah.
So, stop it before you start.
But it's a very nice show because like you are in the dark, I can't see you but I hear you. So I get this really great concert, and there's like one laughter here and then it goes there, and then there's like mirroring laughters, and then I also
Did you
get
think about
influenced
it?
by it.
Yeah. Did you think about it at the beginning of the word that you will be solist, but with a choir of the audience members?
Yeah, I mean, and it's always different. It's never at the same places that people laugh. And sometimes it's completely silent. Yeah. Not in Budapest.
Don't you get a sore throat? Don't you get a sore throat?
Yeah, but the good thing is like it's not opera, so I can cough, I can spit, I can, all this is allowed.
So do you have a sore throat now?
No.
Did you felt since you started to work on this piece? Did you felt it like the variety of laughter in like real situation, real life is changing, and
Oh
you're
yeah.
alternating? And
First, one thing that happens is that you start observing yourself a lot. So this is funny, and also that people observe me more. And then like all these things, I don't know, like when I hang around with one friend, Valérie Caston, like when she has this very particular laugh, and then I realize that I start laughing like her. But this thing is like happening with lots of people, but we don't, it's not a common thing to observe so much.
And what do you do if you have a show and you're really sad?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Well, in the magnifying glass, like it happens that I cry there, for example.
Because
Or
I had
depending-
moments that I laughed and I had moments that I almost cried. Like,
Yeah. It's very close anyway,
Yeah.
laughter and crying. Mm.
Does it happen that you laugh aside a score, out of the score on the stage?
Yeah, happened today.
That's why it's like
Because because I'm supposed when I press it's supposed to be 7 minutes and not longer, and when I press it, I'm not supposed to continue laughing there. But it's terrible because it's like I know if I press it, then I have to stop. So
Prolonged.
so like okay now I did that.
Yes.
It seems to be composed very accurately. But as you are an author, an interpret, and director of your piece, how do you do this? Because it looked like there was some director outside, and he was seeing everything and directed it. There is this image, this kind of sound, and so on. This lighting.
Yes, I mean it's a true story. Like where we started laughing was when I said that it's a solo where I don't express myself, me, who am I, but actually like how am I seen. And it's true that for my birthday, my friends and family gave me these compositions. So that's why also it's so great. And I do have so many, and they are almost all in the book. Also the ones that I don't perform. And the ones that I don't perform are super great. It's not because they're not good that they're not in this series. Like for example, Andrea Neumann, I have to take off my clothes and then we didn't find a dramaturgical way to dress up again. So that's why the piece is not in there. And many friends are musicians. So I guess that has and the light is by Sylvie Garot. And also, like, she brought in the magnifying glass. So that's why. I mean, some is like, of the names is a little bit of a fiction. Like, for example, Sylvie Garot, there's like several scores that went into there. So we picked her name as one, but like actually she brought in the magnifying glass. And then with the bird, that's from Steffi Weissmann. You can see it in the book very well. It's a blind drawing of me where I'm supposed to be doing the bird, and the imitation of the animals is also coming from actually Manuel Coursin who is here and who did the sound and who brought in the balls. So yes, it's a work of many authors.
And I have a feeling that this musical structure you put on it keeps you in a kind of discipline that you because it's extremely difficult when you hear laughing people this is a particular case that you are out of the score, so it's not usually happen. So this musical frame keeps you somehow, I don't know, in a frame of the spectacle of the performance. Not natural greeting with the audience and laughing because it's nice or funny or whatever.
Question mark.
No. Do you have a question mark?
Well, I had one, but it was like the triangle thing. I mean, that seems so hard to keep self-composure because of the rules were so strict. Like sometimes you just laugh because you know that there are rules that you have to follow, and like it's like laughing in a church when you know that you cannot. And then, so is it a hard score? Like I mean, is it this one usually the one where you just cannot stop, or it's always another one?
No. This one is I mean, I do also allow me to do this there.
It's like part of the show.
No, it doesn't necessarily have to happen. But this score is very nice because it has a game. It's a game structure. Like other scores are more linear, and this one is like you have to actually copy. You have to infect the triangle with real laughter progressively, whatever real laughter might be. And then every time you come back, you have to copy what you did last time. and enhance it. I think tonight actually it was quite good because the structure was quite clear. Sometimes it's more confusing. But so it's nice because whatever I do then, I have to copy, you know.
It gets harder and harder.
Yes, and it's actually impossible. It's an impossible task.
It's harder
Yes.
and harder.
Yeah. It's completely impossible because then I did this and then it got full and I'm so busy.
It's also nice because it keeps the audience waiting, like as you, and then it builds up very well.
Yeah.
I wonder, like, the starting point, was it the idea of get people to, I mean, when did the idea of the scores of other people come in to the project? Did you state the project before and then found the methodology for it, or was this the starting point? That you wanted other people to give you laughter?
Yes, I worked with scores before in other pieces, but it was really like this idea of actually two ideas.
Yeah.
The solo, like to do a solo and okay, what's like, so it's a solo but from the eyes of the others.
Mm-hmm.
And then the thing that in the theater, the black box theater, I mean with the fourth wall, I was really made several pieces about the fourth wall, so the invisible wall that separates the audience from the stage.
Mm-hmm.
And the idea was a little bit like that it would be like a mirror. Because the audience in the theater claps and yawns and boos, but also laughs. And so that actually what would happen in the audience would happen on stage, but without any storytelling or comedy, or just like a ping pong game or a mirror or something like this.
I see. And then you posed the questions to your friends.
And then
Yes. So that was the material you started with, like the idea of how to work with the audience, and then also the scores.
Yeah.
And then you somehow put it together.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because that's the way to structure the laughter in an abstract way. I mean, since there was supposed to be just laughter on both sides,
Yeah.
but without that I copy the people laughing, like that it would be just that I copy. So it's in a way it's deferred in time. I mean, it's not completely logical what I'm saying, but like.
It's not you laughing, it's like performing laughter and then letting it go.
Yeah.
Ah, cool. I am awesome.
Yes, because if I would like just imitate what the audience, how and when the audience laughs, then it's not about the fourth wall anymore. I guess that's why it has to be about like structured through scores and like that. There's a different trigger for me to laugh than for the audience.
Yeah, and it's also, of course, a strong concept of the concert, which
Yes.
gives it also relaxation for us. We can also relax a little bit. We don't
Yeah.
have to perform with you in
Yeah.
the beginning.
And there was a time in the process
Yeah.
where there was no note stand. You didn't see it. I mean, I was performing scores, but I would just stand there and do it. And it could go like, it was like 2 hours long. Actually, the premiere was also 2 hours long. But it was really, it didn't work. Like the audience would think like that it's not fair. Like I'm having a good time, and you are like watching me and think like, why is she having a good time? That's not fair.
No.
You know, like when sometimes people, it happens in life, like when people have a laugh and you were like, come on, like what's... And then actually it works like a placebo, like a...
Yeah.
It could be just this, you know, it doesn't denote that. The thing is that there's a reason for my laughter, even if it's not the reason, it's just that there's something there.
No,
For the triangle
yeah.
to work.
But it's also a story that is giving an alibi to be fake. Because it's like, it's more like, it's playing this, it's not playing this, I don't know.
Yes,
so
it's not
the
exactly
business of
yeah.
like, So it's also like it's okay to be fake and then
It's kind of a
camera
filter.
work.
It's
And
like a filter
Yeah.
through which you can see it.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of clear it's not you laughing then, but you performing a laughter. I think.
Yeah, but we know that it
I laugh very
Yeah, you also you do, yeah. I dance when I'm performing a dance.
I mean, the absurd thing is that laughter is supposed to be this really like spontaneous thing that you can't control, and you know, which is not true actually. Laughter has a very strong social function.
Like
Most of
every
the time.
behavior.
But there's this thing that we say, you know, about it. So that,
Are the new scores going in, or is it?
now is I did another piece about with the friends. So they were kept busy, but not with the laughter.
Okay, you have a chance to say the last question. Yes.
Do you teach laughing for actors, for example? And if you teach, so what do you study from them? And if you don't teach, why?
Well, at the beginning we toured the piece always with a workshop, and we still do when we go far away. But it's a workshop where you don't pay, and it's more research for us, so that we could meet also the people where we were. You know, like it was just also a nice way to meet outside of the stage. And so we collected. There was this cabinet du docteur rire, it was called, the cabinet of the laugh doctor, where you have to go alone and laugh into the camera for 1 minute. And so we collected this in the whole world. I have like tons of tapes of people doing this. And then I did an exhibition with all this material, and then somehow I mean, the piece is from 2008, so there was a lot, and we toured a lot. So, but I still enjoy doing these research workshops. But it's really like for example, trying to figure out when and why is laughter contagious, and things like this, like semi-scientific, I mean pseudo-scientific, but actually artistic research work.
I'm seeing this piece the third time, and I'm enjoying it even more than for the first time. So I think that if you have possibility to see this performance the second time, you will enjoy it even more. So thank you very much for your laughter and for our laughter as well. So this evening.